everyone, and welcome to the second ever episode of The Witcher 3 Mods. How are you all doing? I'm Cam. This is Seb.
Hey.
Seb, how are you?
I'm doing superb. I'm really glad that we finally get to do a second episode to the show that we've been trying so hard to make.
I know, right? And I've just noticed we feel very close to each other in our new green screen studio.
Yes! Okay, there's a new thing. Yes. You might remember from episode 1, we had a lovely white background.
And it was nice.
Now we have this beautiful vista.
But you will not miss the white background because I've worn a white shirt in commemoration of the white background.
Exactly. And what it has done is it has forced us to become better friends.
Yes,
as you can tell, we are required to touch.
Yes.
Not in that way.
Not in that way.
Yeah, but friendship makes for better videos.
That's true.
In my mind.
And you know what else makes for better videos, Sam?
What is that?
Fantastic mods.
I love those.
This week, we were thinking about how many mods we're going to do. And I was like, let's do 3. 3's a good number.
No, it's not enough. No.
You were like...
No, I was like, let's do 4. And then you counted.
And then I was like, wait a minute, but maybe 3 wasn't enough. Maybe 4 isn't either. So how about 6? 6
mods. is all right. How about
but then
we'll split the difference.
Okay.
So everyone's happy.
So I guess that would be
whatever is between 4 and 6. We'll go with that one.
So 5.
5. We'll go with 5.
And are these
sure. A random number we just picked out of our heads.
You might say these are the best 5 Witcher 3 mods of this particular week that we've seen.
You could say, maybe
say
5 thumbs up for the following mods.
Yes. Oh, Seb, it sure is beautiful here in the land of the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. My goodness, look at this.
It kind of looks exactly the same as the background we just had, if I'm honest.
Well, I know, but look, I'm just spin the camera around.
It is beautiful.
It's just a gorgeous game.
That is a gorgeous game.
Now, the first mod is having an impact on the visuals we're looking at because it is a preset for SweetFX, and this mod, what's it called, Seb?
Well, this mod is called Fantasy version 2.1.
Now, I think it's currently on.
Yeah.
That's it off. That's it on.
Okay.
That's it off. That's vanilla.
Okay.
That's it on.
It
That's
seems
modded.
to
Here's Geralt.
add lightness. While it may look like it's just brightened everything, which it actually has done, it's added a lot of bloom as well. In fact, it's done quite a few different things. We're running the Ultra version of it, and it has just given it more of an ethereal kind of look, rather than the very saturated look.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is. So it's for those fans of, careful, Geralt. It's for those fans of like fantasy aesthetics in their fantasy games. And The Witcher is obviously not really known for that so much. It's a darker, bleaker world often. Ow, spiders! Like these spiders can attest to. It's off, on, off. I mean, there is still bloom there.
Yeah.
I think, as you say, it's the brightness is made a big difference. And as a result, there's a bit more sharpness to it, a bit more of a glow. I mean, I think
the sharpness has been modded in this as well.
Sure, I think you can always see the bloom in people's faces more than anything else. So if I just hit this again, you can maybe see. There's also a plant in front of his face.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to leave this on for the remainder of this episode and tell us what you think. Now, I can imagine there'll be a lot of people who aren't a big fan of it because the most popular mod on the Witcher 3 Nexus is, of course, the one that makes it look like the trailer from 2015.
Grittier and darker and colder.
And I do love that mod. Because the idea being that like this is meant to be a desolate world. It should be so colourful and beautiful.
Are we running that mod right now?
No,
we're not. Okay,
we couldn't
that
run
one
them
off.
both at the same time.
So I think the thing as well is that because of this early stage of modding The Witcher 3, all of these visual mods are quite subtle in their adjustment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they're little tiny tweaks rather than the full kind of things that we see in Skyrim from before, for example.
Sure, and as we've explained before, this is because the developer kit is not available yet for everyone to get their hands on. Apparently it is coming, the illustrious red kit, as it's known. So in the meantime, people are just trying to do as best as they can with what they have.
So, while I've noticed that this is version 2. Good throw, solid throw.
Version 2. Good throw.
Yeah, it is version 2. Good throw.
I just leveled up.
You did, well done. The mod creator is already working on version 3. So, there will be more significant differences you'll see, hopefully, in the later releases of this mod.
Shall I just rescue this guy? He's trapped under the cart!
Ah, heavens, his foot!
Oh god, there's a whole... actually, before I speak to him, this is... does bring up an important point. If
Yeah.
you've never played The Witcher 3,
Yeah.
don't worry watching this show. We are never going to spoil anything.
Well, we're not going to spoil the main storyline.
No, the only thing that could get spoiled is potentially side quests like this chap here. Like, I'm going to speak to him, and he might be like, "Oh, save me," and we might be like, "I don't know. Should I save you? Are you a good
I don't
guy?
know.
Are
How
you a
rich
bad
are
guy?"
you?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens. So often these little moral decisions.
We didn't even get a moral decision. Geralt just solved that one for us.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Ignatius.
Haha. He's a very
What?
sweaty man, isn't he?
I think he's just covered in rain.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I don't know. I think he's just sweating.
Man, that was hard work hauling up that cart.
Yeah.
Thanks for burning it for me.
Yeah.
Wow, we really are a jerk.
Well, there you go, Seb. I think we should jerkily move on to mod number 2.
I think so.
Now, if you've played The Witcher 3 already
I
on
have.
PC, I know you have, and if any of you watching have, you might be thinking, wait, how are you doing this? How do you have this wonderful first-person camera that's zooming around the world of The Witcher 3?
I'd like to think that you've been thinking that since we started this episode.
Yeah, and I'd say, quiet you, I'm about to tell you. It is, of course, our mod number 2, and it is Debug Console Enabler Updated.
Yeah.
So the Debug Console Enabler does two things. One, it gives you access to the free camera like this, which is just marvelous.
It is.
And two, it gives you access to our beloved console commands.
I've missed you.
Yeah, so if you can see, Geralt is a little bit hurt, so let's just go heal. Oh wait, no, it doesn't work. Sorry, well, I'm in free camera. Let's close that. Here we go.
Doesn't work
Let's
in free
go.
camera. Free tip for you.
Yeah, free tip for free
Hell
camera.
heal me. That
didn't
is
work.
not...
He was summoning the powers of hell to heal him, but heal me works.
Heal me totally works.
There you go. So this mod is really wonderful. It's the installation is pretty simple. You just need to make sure you get the updated version if you have updated your game.
Well, presumably, if you are one of the people watching this on and you're playing it on PC and you wanted all the free DLC, you will have had to have updated, so
Yes.
that'll be the one you want.
Exactly.
But it is... It's a core mod that is not going to impact frame
No.
rates or anything like that.
No.
It's almost necessary.
We would never remove this
Yeah.
mod because having access to console commands is not just useful for this show, but it's just really
it's
useful.
just really helpful in general.
And the camera especially, like this game is stunning, even
Yeah.
in completely vanilla. And the ability to just do this and move the camera around and take cool screen
you get
grabs.
to sort of show off about like how powerful your graphics card is because you can get all close-ups on everything.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, look
and
at
also
this stuff.
if you're a graphics sniper kind of guy and you want to set everything to max, and especially when all the EMB style mods start coming out for this game,
Yeah.
this is going to be an absolute like necessity. You're gonna have to get this mod.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So far there is a kind of clumsy list of different console commands you can use.
Yes.
But they are different from Skyrim.
They are. They're not the same.
Yeah, they function in a different way. So, for example, there's one where, like, at its core, it's add blank. So, add steel swords.
Oh yeah,
for
that's one,
example.
wasn't it? Should we try that? Was it add?
Yeah,
Add steel swords. And it takes you to your inventory, in fact, which is quite cool.
Has now
And if we look, it's now filled up with steel
swords.
Swords. Now we're not going to look at these too closely because
Yeah,
it
we
could be
don't-
quite spoilery.
Yeah.
And we are not interested in doing that. And Seb, you're about how many hours in? You were level 12, so you're probably about 15 hours into the game.
yes, that sounds about right.
And
Maybe a little
you've
more.
got some pretty high-tech armor stuff going on there, so we won't
Yeah, we won't mess
dwell
around with
on
it
that
too much.
But as you can see, you can also summon in enemies. Shall we try that?
Yeah, let's definitely try that.
Yeah, that worked. Oh crap, wrong button.
Alright, so I think we just figured out the first part of our console commanding.
Yes.
So, the console command is spawn, brackets,
I don't know
drowner, comma, space. How many of them you want?
Yeah.
Try that. Or spawn barrel.
Spawn barrel.
Alright.
I think we just... Well, it's morning time, for one, because we were tired of it being all dark.
There
And
you
we
go.
spawned a barrel. Now,
We can
that looks like an explosive barrel to
That
me.
is definitely an
Is it
explosive
chasing
barrel.
me? I think it is.
Possibly. Run. That's going to be
that's
useful.
cool.
Because you'll need to put it in brackets.
Will I? Will I?
Maybe.
I think I will. I never get tired of being... Oh, wrong.
Yeah. Alright, now try my way.
Okay. Close brackets.
Yes.
That worked.
I never get tired of being right, or whatever it was you said.
Big explosion. Did one of them get lit?
I don't think they did.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, you still didn't like them.
Haha. Oh, what? What a
Yep.
jip.
That worked.
That's so annoying.
Well,
God damn it. Okay, here we go.
Pretty
This time.
effective.
This time. Here we go. Wow.
There you go.
It's pretty good. Geralt is dying. He's mining for gold in the hills.
Yeah.
Wow, there's barrel bits
There wasn't
everywhere.
gold here, but there was wood splinters
Yeah, who knew?
everywhere. Make it rain.
Oh, one word?
Make it rain. Now it's
Whoa, that totally works. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Make it rain.
And you can always just hit stop rain whenever you're like, ah,
Stop rain. I'm sick of the rain, Seb.
I'm sick of the rain.
Stop rain.
I'm English and I'm sick of the rain.
Amazing. All right, we're gonna use that a lot.
Yep.
That's cool.
Convenience itself.
Ooh, a windmill.
I wonder what would happen if a bunch of barrels rolled onto their
Oh,
campfire.
that would be awful.
1,000 apologies, gentlemen.
It won't let me do it. Oh! And let me do it.
Yep. I think it worked.
Wow, they're okay.
They're okay.
And the pig's okay. Piggy.
And they're going straight back to warming their hands.
Wow. Okay, our next mod, Seb, is called Hairworks on everything but Geralt.
I think I know what this mod's gonna do.
It's a catchy title.
It is.
But basically, there is this thing, if you don't play on PC, by the way, or don't even play Witcher 3 at all, there's this NVIDIA plugin type thing called Hairworks, which is a bit like, what was it called? The one
Tress
Tomb Raider?
FX.
Tress
Very
FX.
similar to Tress
Tress
FX.
FX. The idea is it's like animating individual strands or stuff like that. It's really cool, and it looks amazing on animals like Roach there. You see
Roach
how
is just shuffling it
he's
around.
showing off perfectly. Oh,
Look,
look at
he's
that,
even
stand on one leg.
posing. Look what else I can do, guys. I'm
Roach
a
is
very talented little horse.
Just the best.
Yeah.
But the issue with Hairworks though is that on Geralt it looks a bit stupid. Now this is with the mod on, so Hairworks is off, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the mod which stops Hairworks being on Geralt is now on. So it's regular old hair that you would see if you played on PlayStation 4
So
or Xbox One.
the
or
problem was, right,
whatever.
that
And this hair looks good.
the Hairworks mod, well, say the Hairworks edition on Geralt made his hair look a little bit weird, right?
It did. It made it look a little bit like noodles. So the maker of
Yeah.
this mod said, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, but
whereas
the-
on animals, it looks really, really great. Graphics. And if we come down to NVIDIA Hairworks, turn that off.
In fact, there's a mode on here
It's Geralt
where you can
only.
have Geralt only. It's literally the opposite.
Opposite of what you want. Yeah,
Yeah.
the mod is the opposite of this. So now if we look at Roach, head up,
Head up, Roach.
you can see, oh god, another camera. You can see the hair is nowhere near as good. This fringe is gone.
Oh, it has. Yeah, it's
doesn't
just
seem to blow
kind of
in-
like solid, right?
It's much more static. It's not quite solid, like if he moves his head. You can see it moving a bit.
Close up on the butt.
I'm not sure the tail is that
You
different.
know what? The tail looks exactly the
Yes.
same.
But the mane is the
You
main
say
event.
the main attraction.
The main attraction, the main event. That's a bear! Oh crap!
It's a level 16 bear.
Oh no! Go! Oh god, he's really
It's
powerful.
okay. He's just mauling you with his claws.
Roachy, run!
Ah, Roach will be fine.
Now, but look at his hair.
I'm
It's alright.
definitely trying
Run,
to look at
Geralt,
his
run!
glorious coat, but I am very aware of how good he is at killing you.
It's alright. I'm alright. Okay.
We're focusing on death here.
Fiery bear. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. Get off. Oh, bear.
Charge in.
Woo!
Right in the butt. They hate that. Uh-oh.
He's still nearly dead as well.
Come on.
And now he's dead.
That's gotta be it. It is it. Hopefully
Wow.
you didn't burn that magnificent coat
Epic.
with all those
Epic battle
fire
though, right?
spells.
But if we look at it, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, well, it's a shame it's not a slightly windier day.
Yeah,
But
but
you'd
it's.
see it sort of all flowing in the
But what we
the
can do
breeze.
is we can now go.
add breeze. Spawn breeze.
Spawn wind. Turn Hairworks off again.
Yeah.
We will probably see quite a big difference. I hope we do, at least.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Otherwise,
this could be pretty embarrassing.
Okay,
It does look different.
It
Yes.
does look different.
Yeah,
It's-
very different actually.
Oh yeah, it's more like in Skyrim, to be honest.
Yeah. When it doesn't look bad, it's
No,
just the
it doesn't look bad.
Hairworks.
You're right.
Hairworks is definitely better.
They're both good choices.
So here he looks like rough.
yeah,
You know, like if you were to stroke the hair, you'd be like, ooh, that's quite
it's a
abrasive
bit
on my
spiky.
delicate hands.
Whereas if we Hairworks on, it's all like
you just kind of like,
oh, do
I
you
want
see
to
that?
cuddle him.
So when it turned on, that's
Like-
when it was like poof. It was like he spawned all this hair.
Riding around on his back.
I know. Roach, you're rubbish. I want a bear.
Soften your legs and oh, it'd be wonderful.
It would be wonderful.
You'd be pals. But of course he's dead.
Oh well, can we spawn another?
Yeah.
Now, Seb, one of the best things about your horse in The Witcher 3 is the fact that you can put saddlebags on him, and it's a great way of increasing your inventory size. Ow!
Uh-oh.
What the hell? Get off!
I do agree. One of the best parts
Yeah.
is being able to.
So, you
increase
know,
it.
when you kill little horrible creatures like this, you
Yeah.
can loot them, and
take
then
all
you
their
can
stuff.
take all their stuff.
So
But
I think the basic
Yes.
level, just to clarify, is you start with about sort of 50, 60 or something, and the saddlebags bumps you up to 90. So I was on 90 last time I checked.
okay, yeah.
Carry
the-
weight of 90.
There is a mod though, which basically says, you know what? Because as you get further on into the game, you frequently need. Oh, I just chopped his arm off. You frequently need to sell stuff
Yeah.
so you can carry more stuff,
Yeah.
and you know the classic RPG thing. But there is a mod, of course, that exists already,
course.
which enables you to change your weight limit. In fact, the mod is called
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000 weight limit
Weight
mod.
limit mod.
Exactly.
So where we used to be carrying 125 out of 90, in fact, we'd already be over encumbered. Oh, it's
all
of
the
course
swo-
because of
it's
the
all the
swords.
swords we spawned, Seb.
Yeah, because we're cheaters now. We've got 10,000 weight limits. So I'm assuming you added the 9999
Ooh,
version.
Beastie.
Correct?
Man, this place is just full of beasties. Hidden treasure. Luckily, we'll be able to pick up all this hidden treasure thanks to our massive weight limit.
Yeah, if only there was a mod existing that could help Cam stop circling around people when he's trying to do
Yeah,
horseback
I much prefer
fighting.
the battling on the ground, I must say.
Well, when you are actually on a horse and you do get a hit,
Oh, it's almost
it's-
lethal, isn't it?
yeah, almost always end up taking off an arm.
But you know what? Let's kill this guy and segue into our next mod.
Definitely.
Because you see, our next mod is, you might have noticed, like the people who play The Witcher and have been watching this might have thought, man, those bad guys are dropping a lot of loot. You know, as a Witcher,
Yeah.
you know, the job of a Witcher, what's the job of a Witcher?
Well, the job of the Witcher is generally to go around killing, you know, monsters and animals, solving problems,
Yeah.
pissing people off, getting into fights, having sex.
They make their
Like,
living, though,
yeah.
by killing things for coin.
It's very similar to our lives, really.
Yes,
but
and almost identical.
Yes.
And but then they sell the bits from the animals they kill
Yeah.
for tasty gold.
Yes.
Now, one of the issues is that a lot of the monsters either just don't drop loot at all,
Yeah.
or they don't drop very much.
Yeah,
so
that is
what
the problem.
this mod does is actually two variations.
Okay.
There's the kind of like attempt to make it not game breaking and not too cheaty.
Yeah.
And that will just ensure that every creature you kill will have at least one bit of loot. You know, so you won't find any empty creatures, as it were.
good.
However, there's another version which I've got turned on, which is
Okay.
the cheat version, which basically gives you incredible
Just
amounts.
Loads of stuff.
Everything you kill drops like a massive rucksack of goodies.
So-
which is quite funny.
Just to be clear, though, it doesn't drop, like, inappropriate things. You
No.
know, it's not like you kill a bunny and it's
And you get like
it's
a
rocking
leopard tooth or something.
Yeah, Or even a sword. You
Or
know,
even
for
a sword.
example,
Yeah.
it's just, this bunny's walking around with like a real high-level silver sword clutched in its beak.
Bunnies don't have. What the hell was that?
Bunnies have beaks. When you installed the over 9,000 mod, of course, this is going to pair really nicely with the increased creature loot mod.
Yes.
Because then you can just keep hauling stuff in and flogging it away, and everyone's going to have a great time. Or, you know,
You are, at
dismantling things. But you don't necessarily have to install the
nine-
mod, the
yeah.
9,000. You can just buff it to kind of however much you want, because
Yeah.
it's a batch file, right?
Yeah, you can make
So-
it a really subtle tweak if you like.
So you can go into the batch file, modify the number of how much of a boost you want. So if you want kind of a lore-friendly boost of maybe an extra 20 or 100, yeah, that's fine, you know. Or if you want to break the game like we have, you can go for the full 9,999.
Yeah. Geralt, get off it. Get off it.
Run!
Run, you fool. Fly, you fool. Spin around.
Oh, I was worried that might happen.
Oh, wow. Barrels?
Yep.
Barrels.
Barrels.
Barrels!
That totally
Amazing,
worked.
that totally works. These guys are little ninjas, aren't they? Jump, out of the way! Out of the way!
Yay!
Oh, that was fantastic.
Was that all of them?
No,
Yes, it
killed
was.
you killed like two. There's two more barrels down there
Okay.
as well.
More barrels, please.
There's two more. There's two more.
Okay.
But I can give you more. You might want to pause
Follow
it
me,
first.
chaps.
Oh, it's kind of bugging out. There's bits in the air.
Perfect.
Get away!
Now you guys just hang there.
Yeah, you got him.
Yes. Well, it's not quite a chicken, but it is.
It's not bad, yeah.
It's not too bad.
not too bad at all.
Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Yeah. That's cool
Not
explosion.
much of an explosion. Here we go. Necker.
Oh, you're gonna get loads of things because we've got the enhanced loot on, I imagine. Monster hearts.
Well, I think so.
Actually,
the
yeah, you're right.
The loot affects beasts and monsters, but I don't
But
know
not-
if it actually
yeah.
affects monster nests.
You're absolutely right. Some beers.
Arbitrator.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Superior Elementa oil
Beers.
and tons of beer. I think.
Can you get drunk in this game?
Yes.
Oh, I've done that.
Yeah, because I applied beer going like, right, well, I've got a very difficult fight with a werewolf coming up, so I best make sure I'm healing, and oh dear, I'm smashed.
Oh god, yeah, you are.
Okay, I think this is about as smashed as you get.
It's pretty smashed.
I mean, I am drinking lots of beer.
Well, Seb, after all those 5 mods,
Yeah.
I feel like a really good thing to do, just bear with me,
Okay.
would be to take some questions and comments from people who watched people who watched the last episode.
Sure, alright, yeah, let's throw that in. I mean,
novel.
it's a bit different, but
Novel, I know.
we can definitely do
I
that.
always was a dreamer.
Good. Alright, well, we did get quite a few questions and comments from last week's...
Oh, look,
I suppose it was 2 weeks ago.
it was more than 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
but I see a comment from Mr. Gopher himself.
Mr. Gopher himself, and it has
Well-known-
134 ups.
People like him.
he's
Well-known
good.
modder. And I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and apparently he has a thing of when he never goes on camera, so no one knows what Gopher looks like, which is quite interesting.
Well, we kind of...
We do the same thing.
We're trying to, like, work a thing, right?
Yeah.
Where we're going to try and get Gopher to come and do
Yeah,
a thing.
so we might need to, I don't
Are we
know,
gonna-
like blur him out or something.
Are we going to have to, like, sign a gagging order or something?
Or
we
maybe
can't
we could-
describe his looks.
Maybe we could mod him to look like someone else.
Okay.
That'd be a good thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That could work.
what did he say? He
So,
said things.
he said, you are going to get some stick for the From Rivia comment, guys.
That's true. So last
Yeah.
time we were kind of making a gag.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh yeah, he could be Geralt Van Rivia because he's from Rivia. Because Van means from.
Yeah.
But two things. First
Yeah.
off, Geralt's not from Rivia.
No.
He's Geralt. It's more like Geralt of Rivia, which
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean from.
No.
He's just known for it.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Seb of Strength when people, you know,
Well,
say
I mean,
that about me.
You could say Seb of
but I'm
London,
not
but you're not
from-
even from London.
I'm not.
You know?
Well, no, that's
You're
true.
known
I'm not from
for
I'm-
being in London.
Yeah, that is.
And I think he's known from being associated with Rivia.
You know
but
what?
he's not from
Will
Rivia.
you be careful about what you say?
Well, I think that's what it was. Anyway, it's a thing. But the
What
point
I
is,
did
he's
was-
not from there.
when we referenced that Van was something from Dutch, like
Yes.
Van something. So I went and spoke to a Dutch person about it, and they said, "Well, no, Van doesn't mean from. It kind of more means of." And I'm like, so Van Rivia would kind of mean
Geralt
of Rivia.
So Geralt Van Rivia is perfect.
And he's like, yeah, kind of. I mean,
So
that's
I
still
think
not
we should
entirely
just
right.
Call
but-
him Geralt Van Rivia from now on.
I mean, we could, but I mean, the joke was half wrong, is what
Yes.
I'm trying to say.
But it
we don't
was-
speak
it was
particularly
whole funny.
good.
We don't speak particularly good. I think you just full stop there.
I think that's probably fair.
Perfect.
Next
Well,
question.
Thank you, Gopher. Next
Yes.
question.
They're teasing us wearing Skyrim merch.
That's from Cameron Arthur, and I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Why would us wearing Skyrim merch be
That's
teasing?
not a tease. It's just clothing.
It's just stylish
Yeah.
clothing for a good video game.
Edit. Thanks for the honesty.
You're welcome, Cameron. Good name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fenlig. I remember that
I
name.
remember
Fenlig.
Fenlig.
Also, this video
Yes.
should have been entitled "The Witcher 3 mods, just the tip."
It should have, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Fenlink's pointing out something very good that we have once again, actually, in this episode, not included any Archer references,
Yes.
which is kind of a thing that we did.
Yeah.
We had no Woodhouse.
Not a single Woodhouse.
Not a single Woodhouse reference.
Yeah. Okay, then we had Cam and so this is from JMA. Cam and Seb need to get the mod that has them create their own new character. R.A.P. Kevin.
Ah, I see. That's a good
So,
idea.
yeah, I mean that would be a good mod.
I mean-
the only problem, of course, is
Yeah.
like you play as Geralt. Like Geralt is the voiced main character. You know?
Yes.
So that is harder, certainly.
Yeah, but I mean, it would kind of break the game in terms of the story and the lore, but it would be cool.
It could be a new design.
I mean, once you finish playing
Yeah.
the game, that'd be awesome to be able to rock
Yeah.
about in the world as whoever you want. So I'm sure that will be a thing.
Yeah.
But there is one way. There is a way to actually change a character who you play as using the console commands. So we deliberately did not show this because it's
a
a bit
bit-
spoilery,
Yes,
right?
it is spoiler territory, but you know, for those of you who know what we're talking about,
Yes.
there is a way that you could change
So
this.
there is another playable character in the game.
Yeah.
At some point.
Cool. Yes, that's a thing.
Enough said about that.
Blake Pilkington.
Blake!
I
Great
want to
name.
see a mod that adds a giant guard in towns.
That'd be funny.
So do we.
I think that would be hilarious.
Yes. For any of you who used to watch our previous show on the internet, that was a thing that we had bug into many, many episodes of our game.
A giant guard.
And so yeah, I would love to see that. Bob James, when or if are you guys going to Skyrim mods? Well,
Well, Bob James.
Yeah.
Is it Bob James or Rob James? Bob James.
Bob James, great
Bob
question,
James.
Bob James.
Great question, Bob James. Never, unfortunately.
Yes.
So here's the thing, Bob James. and
Yeah,
everyone
somebody else
has
asked this, so
question.
we'll just condense this question.
Yeah. So the thing is that we don't really want to do Skyrim again because there's actually, well, it's wonderful. We love the game, love the community. It is quite an old game, and it's fun doing something else. Like we've done a lot of ideas in Skyrim, and it's time for a change. So, and also, it's Skyrim mods is a thing that belongs to our previous place of work, and it's nice to, when you leave your place, to kind of sign that off and be like, that was a great thing. And now let's do some exciting new things. And The Witcher is part of it, and then also Bethesda, of course, are bringing out Fallout 4.
Of course.
In November.
Yes.
Which is incredibly soon, and it's going to have mods, but not just on the PC.
Yeah, on console. Well, on Xbox first, and then hopefully PS4 coming later. We made some videos already. If you haven't already seen them, you should totally watch them. Where we discuss all the things that we want to see, and our reaction to finding out that there were going to be mods on consoles. Because, I mean, you used to be able to kind of hack mods onto hacked consoles, and it was bad. So
it wasn't a good thing.
We kind of discussed what we thought could and couldn't work. But anyway, it's cool. And so when Fallout 4 comes out towards Christmas this year, coming out, I think it's December, right?
No, it's November that comes out.
It is November.
Yeah, but I mean, the mods
Even
probably
better.
won't be available.
No.
Like, the creation kit won't be available, I'm sure, till maybe January. But there will be some mods, as we've seen already with The Witcher. So basically, as soon as Fallout 4 is out, we will be modding that.
Exactly.
So do not worry.
And I cannot wait just to get my hands on the game.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It looks amazing.
I mean, there's so much creative... Let's not go into it. Watch our other video.
Yeah.
We've already talked about all this stuff.
Let's take one more.
Okay, how about Krillian Amra?
Okay, Krillian.
Who says, will you guys also do GTA 5 mods? Would be pretty fun from you guys.
Well, you know what? I think we're not going to do GTA 5 mods just because there's enough other stuff, you know? And
the GTA 5 mod community kind of accelerated very, very quickly. And
it's also a bit different because, okay, the reason why I prefer the mods of things like Skyrim and I'm hoping The Witcher is because they're really invested in like the lore and the story, and there's often things that just make the whole game better. Whereas GTA 5, a lot of the mods are just there because they're hilarious, which is still great. But I like other people can do that in short little videos, whereas our videos are more about like a story and having taking a character on a journey. That's going to be harder in GTA, I think.
Well, so, and we kind of had our fun in GTA 5 when we did GTA Diaries back at GameSpot, and I mean that was a lot of fun as well. You're right. Basically, GTA 5 mods are a lot of fun, and they're very cool. We're probably not going to be going there.
But that's not to say we won't do anything with GTA 5. I'm sure we'll definitely do some video with it because it's such a great game with so many huge opportunities. So, yes, we won't be doing mods to GTA 5, but we will be doing something. That would be alright. That was a great question. Let's have one more. Because
there are loads.
I want to have one that we can say yes to.
Okay. Sorry you told in this video what your specs were, but what do you advise for graphic mods? An R9 290X or a GTX 980? Ooh, that is tough because
I don't know. This is more your area than mine.
Okay, this is a very technical question. Basically, in the first episode we explained that we were running an AMD machine, but we are using an NVIDIA graphics card, which is the NVIDIA GTX 980. The alternative being... And this was actually the graphics card we used to use at our old show, was the AMD's R9 290X.
Which is good.
I would advise getting the GTX 980.
Yes.
For a few reasons. Less power hungry.
Okay.
Isn't as hot. And also you get the NVIDIA Hairworks, of course.
Yes.
And that's probably it, actually. Oh, and it's a bit more powerful. Yeah. I think it for the most part, it is more powerful than the
Q device.
R9.
We got a storm coming in. Look,
we do have a storm coming in.
It's pretty. I was like, what's with the lights?
So yeah, there you go. Yes, I think was the answer to that question.
Brilliant. Well, I think that is pretty much the end of this episode. Now we're gonna try to make this show regular. It's not going to be as regular as in terms of like every week on a certain day. We're going to try and do one every fortnight. That's the goal. We'll do our best. We'll keep you posted. Of course, if you subscribe, you will get emails as soon as we put up any video.
Yes.
I mean, I think the goal really is to have at least one video a fortnight.
We will do
We'll do at least one video a fortnight.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let us know what you thought of the show, and we've got a unique opportunity with this show with you guys watching already, because this show is just beginning and we're trying a few new things, and we'd love your input. Like, if there's anything in particular you'd love to see us do, please tell us now.
Because we're making this show from scratch, basically, it means that we can kind of craft it and build it however we want. And of course, our last show changed from like episode 1 to how it ended. It's hugely different, and things came and went.
Yes.
So we'd like to know what you think we should add or remove as you see it, because we really do get to build it however we really want, which is going to be awesome.
Exactly. So the best way to do that is to leave us a comment in the
Yes.
box down below on YouTube. So our channel, obviously, youtube.com/CamAndSeb, or you can tweet at me at CamFrazRob.
Yep.
And it's Seb.
I'm at Ready Sebby Go.
Sebby Go.
Yeah.
Not Ready Sebby Go 1.
No,
That's just
or Ready
his
Sebby Gog,
account.
which
No.
would have been such a good
No.
idea.
Someone's probably got that by now.
Yeah,
Ready
almost
Sebby
certainly.
Go.
And they
Ready Sebby
deserve
Go.
it, frankly.
Yes, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
And you're going to set up CamFraz
CamFrazGog.
Gog.
That has to happen.
Genius.
CamFrazGog. We will be back, of course, very soon with another CamAndSeb video. But until then, thank you for watching.